Let's go ahead and get started on the Glog unit dealing with countries around the world. The first thing you want to do is go ahead and copy the country Glog folder that's found in the public drive. Once you copy that folder, go ahead and paste it in your H drive computer class folder. Once it's pasted safely in your H drive, go ahead and open the document titled Plan Glog. With that plan open, we will get started. Go ahead and read the directions. The first one has been done as an example of how you will set this up. You're going to get information on 5 different countries from one of the continents that was provided to you in class. In order to complete this, I will go ahead and demonstrate how I got the first one completed. I held down the control key of the keyboard to click on this website. Once this website's open, go ahead and use the login provided to you by the teacher. Once you're logged in, you should get this window. You're going to click on the World Edition option. Choose the continent that was provided to you by your teacher. In this case, I'm using Africa. When this window pops up, choose Photos, and you're going to choose Africa again. So you're in a position to where you can just pick 5 countries however you so choose. In the example provided on this document, I chose Chad. I went ahead and I looked at various images. I do want to encourage you, if there's not a lot of information for that photo, you might consider going back looking for another one. You want enough interesting information to share on your Glog. So there would be probably enough information on this photo to represent this image if I chose to. So you might want to read it to determine if this information is interesting and if it's enough to add to a Glog. And in this case, I don't think there's a lot of information. I've read it and I need more details, so I'm going to keep looking. I did finally come across this image, and I read the information about the image and decided this is the image I will represent on my Glog. When you take this information, you don't want to write it in complete sentences. I went ahead and put my document over here on the right so you can see what I did. First of all, I did write down the year because I think that's important. And then I put School Village Carefree, 3 classrooms, 500 children, all ages, some of the families and children forced to leave home, other parts country, armed conflict. Obviously that makes no sense whatsoever. So what I did is I went to the website and I read it and I just took key words from it. So this is a school in the village of Carefree. There's only 3 classrooms for 500 children of all ages. Notice over here on my document, I am not putting complete sentences. This prevents you from plagiarizing and it will help you with your writing skills. It would be so easy just to come in and copy this information and paste it in your document. First off, that's unethical and it's not helping you and you're not learning. So you just want to put key words from the sentences over here. But you have to provide enough key words so that when you do rewrite the information, you're going to have enough information to put together complete sentences. So what I have is this photo, taken in 2009, consists of children at a school in the village of Carefree. There are 3 classrooms with a total of 500 children. Classrooms are filled with children of all ages. Some of the children at the school and their families were forced to leave their homes. They are coming from other parts of the country. Armed conflict in Chad has caused these children to be relocated. So that is how you would set up the Plan Glog document. So go ahead and get information for 5 images. Once you have your information, make sure you do right-click and choose Save Image As. Get it into that Glog folder that you just picked up and put in a safe location on your computer. And you're going to want to go ahead, in this case, I will name it Chad to stay organized because that is the country of Africa that I chose. What you want to do right now is you want to go and locate countries on that website, and if you're doing Africa, then make sure you pick a different country so you have all these possible countries that you can look at. You might choose Namibia. You might go through quite a few of these images and decide, you know what, I don't want to represent Namibia, so I'll go back and I'll keep looking until I find a country in Africa that I want to add to my Glog. This concludes the session on how to get images and information for your Glog. Until next time, you have a wonderful day.